Seer, can you feel the Force at all?
Yes. But instead of opening up, I push it back down. The exact opposite of what you should do.
Out there, I remembered something about myself before the Purge. It was painful, but like I found a piece of myself.
That's good. You're learning to embrace the Force again.
How can you say that?
Because I know what it means to live without it.
Okay, I'll keep trying.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to part 4 of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Which is kind of a weird name to say out loud because Star Wars, okay, that's the name of the series. Star Wars Jedi. It's not Star Wars : Jedi, it's Star Wars Jedi : Fallen Order. That's kind of a weird place to put the colon, if you ask me, because you would assume Star Wars or Jedi was a part of the Star Wars name, which it is, but it's not the name of the series.
Dathomir bound.
But anyway, we're going to Dathomir to get a special item.
Setting course for Wait a minute. You want to go to Dathomir?
I'm surprised Cordova went there. He must have had good reason.
I am staying put on the Mantis once we arrive. Red sunlight cannot be good for your skin.
This place used to be home to a powerful cabal of Force wielders known as the Nightsisters.
They use the Force? What, like Jedi?
These witches served only themselves. Their powers focused on deception, illusion, manipulation.
Sounds like someone I used to know.
During the Clone Wars, the Nightsisters made a deal with a Sith Lord who betrayed their trust. In the end, they were nearly wiped out in a massacre. Dathomir is a deadly place. We should be careful.
Don't have to tell me twice. Coming up on our creepy destination. Grab some seed, kid.
Cal, be careful here.
So the story that Seer just told with the Nightsisters and the Sith Lord that betrayed them so long ago, I think that was elaborated in the Clone Wars CGI cartoon, which I'm not too familiar with. I did see the first 1 or 2 seasons and came to the conclusion that, yeah, it's a good series, but I don't see myself getting into it, so I just dropped off after that point. Now, from what I've heard, the series gets amazing by the 3rd season on, but I wouldn't even know. I only seen the first 2. Now, the Clone Wars series that I love is the one that Genndy Tartakovsky, hopefully I pronounced that name right because I always fuck it up. He did a series in 2003, and that was freaking incredible. And mind you that the series that Genndy did is at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 episodes, so it's not that long. And quite frankly, it's kind of perfect for me because I could just watch it in 3 or 4 hours. But anyway, you got new enemies in the name of Bane spiders. And they're kind of a pain to deal with because after you kill them, they like to explode into acidic fluids, which drains your health if you're standing over their corpse for too long. So you gotta remember to run so far away. Just like that 180 song. Bane back spiders. Oh, okay. I was close enough, I still got the word Bane in it. And spider. But the Baneback spider pales in comparison to another type of spider we're going to deal with later on. And let's just say this next spider is kind of a bitch. All the music tenses up and the spider explodes in a pathetic splash of blood and fluids. Oh god! What the fuck? Yeah, you gotta be careful when going to Dathomir because enemies just love to sneak up on you from out of nowhere. It's like Randy Orton with an RKO or something. In fact, if one of these enemies were Randy Orton, that would probably be more appropriate. Now, this creature is flaily to say the least, but his attacks will knock him down because he's just putting so much effort. Where the hell did he go? Okay. As I was saying, he's putting so much effort into his attacks that he's knocking himself over. You gotta be careful when killing him because he likes to slash at you one last time. As a last-ditch effort to try and kill you. It's kind of like the baneback spiders and how they explode. Lesser Nidak. Okay. You know, quite honestly, I thought this enemy would be a type of Rancor since this is the planet of the Rancors. This is where the Rancors originated from, but no, it's a Nidak. Whatever the fuck that is. Maybe the Nidak is a sort of relative of the Rancor. Who knows? Okay, the music always does that whenever the spider explodes. It's still weird though, you're expecting like a huge explosion, but no, the spider just splatters. And that's it. Leave it to Star Wars to make a mundane event like a splattering spider into a huge deal through music cues. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so here's the deal with how you die. It's kind of like Dark Souls. I say kinda loosely. So you die, and the creature or person that killed you will carry your XP. And just so long as you hit the person or creature, you'll gain that XP back. Which I want to say is easier than Dark Souls because I believe in Dark Souls and any other Soulsborne game, you have to actually kill the creature that killed you in order to gain that XP back. But in this game, nah, you just have to give the bastard a good old smack to the face. I didn't know you can actually block the Baneback Spider's acid spit. Interesting. But that probably wouldn't be in your best interest to block that because of the residual damage from the acid spit splattering all over the place. No, I'm not fighting you again, Nidak. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be Rancors, or some sort of offspring of Rancor. But then again, it said lesser Nidak, so I'm under the assumption that Nidak is its own species. And there's somebody even greater than this freaking thing. But yeah, Dathomir, this is an interesting planet. Mostly because of the Nightsisters. They're affinity for the Force, and they're not really Jedi, but they're not really Sith either. They're just outlaws. They just use the Force to do whatever they please. Which I guess that leans more towards Sith ideology, but not quite.
Oh, alright then. What was in there?
New BD1 skin, Yavin Prime. So I assume that the robot's gonna be red or green. Well, probably more towards red because the gas giant of Yavin is red. I'll be sure to give it a look later. In fact, I'll take a look at all of the skins to make sure I just pick the one that I like. And yes, that includes the ponchos. Cal and his ponchos. There's even a pink poncho, and I still have no idea where to find that thing. Now, that's about as far as customization goes in this game, but in the sequel, you can pretty much customize anything on Cal, and that includes facial hair. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. I could just imagine babyface Cal with a handlebar mustache and a mullet. Oh boy. I'm still playing this a day or two before Jedi Survivor releases, by the way, so I still don't know how that game plays.
Looks like the Zepho were here. Strange. This place seems abandoned, but...
You trespass, Jedi.
You must be a Nightsister. I had heard you were all dead.
Not all. Dathomir is forbidden to you. Leave at once.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do that, but perhaps we could help each other. You see, Easy. I'm not your enemy.
Your actions say otherwise.
Wait, hold on. I'm not here to...
Attack the trespasser!
Alright, so the Night Brothers are... I want to say they're kind of like scout troopers, but slightly more vicious. They do have one unblockable attack, but it's really slow to wind up, so... really no reason to get hit by that unless you're super distracted. But these melee guys are not as annoying as the archers that are going to show up. They are kind of a pain in my ass.
Is assured.
Oh, the cockiness of these guys. Your defeat is assured. Wait, why am I missing 2 arms? Star Wars has always had this ironic sense of humor. It's like a character says something or does something and then something completely opposite happens. The freaking shutter doors from A New Hope. Close the blast doors. Open the blast doors. Open the blast doors. And the blast doors you would think would work for Han in Return of the Jedi, but nope, it came back to bite him. So now that I have 2 skill points available, let me see what I could get here. Nope, can't get the evasive kick yet. I'll just go for Force Attunement. Max Force increased. Now I can pull off more stasis abilities. And I got 1 more point. I might as well get the Dash Strike. Now, the Dash Strike is somewhat useful if you want to close the gap between you and your foe. You can also jump over the opponent while doing the Dash Strike to strike them in the back. And sometimes I forget I have this ability. Oh great, here are the archers, the annoying freaking archers. Now, whenever they do their normal shots, they're not bad. But whenever they charge up, then they suck. Because for some reason, whenever I dodge roll, they still somehow make that accurate shot. Even the walls themselves can't stop the Knight Brothers' shots. They just transcend space and time. Oh my lord, get out of my face! And you too. When the archers are alone, then they're not really a big deal. It's just that if they're paired with another archer or a melee guy, then they turn into the world's biggest nuisance.
Stop dancing around.
How about no?
Stop deflecting and fight.
How about no? I'm not sure if that fireplace burns you or not, but I'm not even gonna attempt to try. It's like one of those morbid curiosities that I know how to play the game. But standing on the fireplace is one of those morbid curiosities that I want to try, but I just never think to do it. Mixing your light and heavy attacks are really good for these guys. It just trips them up heavily. The world will never know what that guy was about to say. Anyway, we got one more archer here, and at least he shot at the wall. They're really good about intercepting you when you do that dodge roll. But the next part has 2 archers. They're a pain to deal with because they have the high ground, of course, and you have to jump up to a tree branch in order to get to them. But sometimes when you try to jump up to that tree branch, Cal just doesn't want to grab onto the damn thing. So here it is. You have to initiate the wall run in order to get to that tree branch. But I'm not even going to attempt that, so I'm just going to deal with these guys from down here. As long as they stop doing the charge shots. 1 down, this guy should be toast too. Burnt toast. Now for this tree branch... Oh, come on, get up there, Cal. I believe in you, Cal, you stupid jerk. Oh, come on! Sometimes I wish I had the... There we go. Sometimes I just wish I had the double jump right now. Unfortunately, Cal doesn't learn that until maybe 60% way through the game. Yeah, it isn't until way later. And here's hoping that Cal can actually keep the double jump in the beginning portions of the second game, because, oh boy, am I going to need it. Ow. Sneak attack. I dislike exploring Dathomir this early in the game, but there's a reason why I'm here. I guess you can call this sequence breaking because the item I'm about to get is very overpowered for this beginning part of the game. And we got a new lightsaber switch called Magus, which I'm probably not even going to care about. Look, if my lightsaber doesn't turn into a scythe and I don't turn people into frogs, then why is it called Magus? That's false advertising. Alright, we just unlocked the shortcut back to the beginning of the planet, and there's a strange old hermit here.
Oh, fellow wanderer. I see you met the resident Nightsister, but Unlike most, you're alive. Well, lightsaber? No, don't hide it. That would explain your survival.
Who are you?
No one to fear. No. Just a traveler, studying the nature of extinct cultures, dead philosophies.
You study the Nightsisters?
I study many things. But yes, that Nightsister, well, she was only a child when the war came to this world. She had to watch her whole family perish.
What do you know about those ruins?
Oh, ancient beyond belief. The Nightsister and her warrior kin were seduced by the power that lurks within. Avoid the ruins, or suffer the same fate.
Cal, you don't have double jump. Sometimes you just gotta walk away.
How do you know so much about the Nightsister?
Observation. I've seen many things since coming here.
What does that mean?
Must it mean something? Too many great minds have gone astray in pursuit of order.
I gotta get going.
That's not going to be the last time we're going to see the Wanderer. He'll be back. Or rather, will be back. And here's what the rest of the planet looks like, and trust me, traveling through Dathomir is a thorn in my side. It is very windy and can get very confusing very quickly. That's a lot of varies. But the good thing about coming to Dathomir early is you can modify your lightsaber. Give Cal the double edge in combat. And here we got the double-bladed lightsaber, great for crowd control and deflecting more blaster bolts. A game changer for sure, if you so choose to come here first, but you don't have to. I mean, you can't explore the temple just yet, so it's more of a detour, but still worth the trouble. Now I'm going to... Cal, what kind of force ability is that? It's good to see that this game is still somewhat glitchy after 3 years. And trust me, this game was bad on release date, to the point where the game just kept on freezing and crashing all the time. But that's not the case anymore. Well, I say that, but with a glitch like that where the enemy just gets stuck on the wall, then I'm not sure what's going to happen at this point. And actually, speaking of, it was on this place, Dathomir, that during my first recording session, the game crashed on me. And I was playing on PS4 too, which was probably my biggest mistake. Don't play Jedi Fallen Order on the PS4. Or if you do, just be prepared for some jankiness.
Someone was drawn to something here. Energy from the ruins?
And we got a new databank log called Temptation, which you can access in the pause menu, which I'm not going to do because that's going to drag down the videos. But if you want to read those on your own time, then feel free to. They're actually kind of interesting mini-stories and backstories to the actual game. Now that I have 2 more skill points, I can get the evasive kick as well as the sprint strike. The evasion kick is simple but effective. In order to perform this move, you press circle once and then press square immediately after that. The kick is real useful for smaller creatures as well as enemies around Cal's height, as it could break their stamina easily. And as for the sprint strike, well, you just run full force at the enemy and then you strike them. It's another simple strategy, but it works because it breaks their guard easily, if it doesn't already outright kill them from a surprise attack. Now here's the dual saber in action. Great for crowd control and getting enemies off your back. But compared to a single saber, does less damage on an individual swing. However, with the amount of times you can swing the lightsaber in double lightsaber mode, you can just as easily stack on the damage. And now you can get even more combos with the double-bladed lightsaber as opposed to the single-bladed lightsaber, and different techniques and stuff, and oh boy, the possibilities are now endless. And the possibilities brought in even more in the sequel, as it looks like the dual saber is back, as well as 2 lightsabers at once, you know, like Ahsoka Tano style, and then Kylo Ren style also appears to be in the game too. And there's also the blaster with a lightsaber, so that's 5 different styles that we're about to explore in the sequel. Which begs the question, how much can we modify our lightsabers in Jedi Survivor? And also with the different lightsaber styles, can we switch between them on the fly? Or is it a case-by-case scenario where we pick a lightsaber style for this particular section and then we go to another one for another section? I'm still confused on that part. I mean, as much as I would like Cal to have 50 million lightsabers on his person like General Grievous, I don't know if that's going to be the case. But for right now, let me get off of this planet and progress with the story. It's creepy down here.
I ran into a Nightsister.
What happened? Are you okay?
I'm fine, although she made it clear we're not welcome. She wasn't alone.
The Night Brothers?
I think so.
Oh no, there's more of them?
I don't know much, but Cordova told me the Night Brothers serve the witches of Dathomir. You're lucky to be alive, Cal.
Please tell me we're leaving.
It's an option. We can always come back here later if you're not ready, Cal.
Well, I'm gonna take up Grease's offer and leave, so in the next part we're going to Zepho.